Hey there, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to the Forward Champion here on Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So the Forward Champion is basically, I initially picked two albums. You, the viewer, chose which album you liked better, and the winner of that exchange went on to the next round. And it's been that way now. I think this is episode number 5. The same band or same album has won every single contest thus far. And if they win tonight, they will be retired officially undefeated. But I'm not sure that that will happen, because I really think this is a great album they're up against, Little Queen. Now this, I personally think it's a great album, but you might not like it as much as this one. This is a great album too. They're both of these albums are masterpieces with me. This one recently entered the masterpiece list. So I have two. I'm not even sure which one I would choose at this point. I'm hoping you guys don't put that to me. Anyways, so basically how this works is I talk about the two albums a little bit, tell you a little bit what I like about them, what songs are on them, what I think is really good about the album, what isn't, and then I talk about each album that way, and then I put it to you to decide which one you think is the better of the two albums. And that winner will go on to become the Forward Champion. Now in this case, if Supertramp wins, they will retire undefeated, and next week we will have two new albums. If Heart wins, they will take on a second challenger next week. So I've been trying to do this a little bit systematic. So I pick a hard rock, a heavy metal, a pop rock, and then another hard rock, or actually a prog rock. Sorry, so it would be, I think I went hard rock, heavy metal, prog rock, back to hard rock. But this time I'm going to do this album is a little bit, well, we'll start with the challenger. So the challenger tonight is Heart's Little Queen. Definitely a pop, it has a lot of pop rock stuff to it, but of course it has Barracuda. So it's got a couple of pretty heavy tracks as well. It also, so you might have some hard rock on here as well. There's some progressive rock. Well, not progressive rock. I should say some more progressive kind of folky music here. Lots of that. A lot of acoustic stuff here. Really good guitar playing here by Nancy Wilson, along with McGuire as well. So yeah, so really excellent album. I just wish I knew what I did with my glasses. I had them here a second ago. They've disappeared. So we will have to wing it. See if I can see. And I doubt it. I don't know why taking my hat off is going to improve that. Probably not going to improve that at all. So anyways, I'm going to come out here just a little bit. So you start out, this album has Barracuda on it. It has Kick It Out. And it has the Dream of an Archer, which are all kind of pretty heavy stuff on here. Little Queen is also on here. Another really good heavy pop song. You have, damn, it's tough being blind, I'll tell you. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. So maybe if I opened it up, I might be able to see it on the album. That would be nostalgic, wouldn't it? Okay, so you also have, like I said, Dream of the Archer, another heavy track on here. You have, now my favorite track is on this album too, and I just can't see it. Boy, my eyesight is really getting bad. It would help if I had a little bit more light in here. Maybe I should open it up a little bit. There we go. That might help. No, it doesn't appear to. Anyways, this is a solid album. Lots of heavy stuff on it, but lots of poppy stuff. Lots of that kind of folky stuff that Heart likes to do. And of course, Ann Wilson's voice is just outstanding on this album. The same as it was on the debut album, Dreamboat Annie. You got some great guitar here. You got some pretty rockin' drums. This is a pretty rockin' album. I like Dreamboat Annie a little bit better, but this is not far behind. There's splitting hairs here. This is newly put on my progressive masterpieces now too. So, and then of course we have this album, which we all know about. This has got some. They actually both sound pretty good. They both have good production. This one has excellent production. Some really classic Supertramp stuff here, as we all know. There's a nice shot of the boys on the back here. Not really sure why they're dressed in next to nothing with a towel wrapped around them. But it's a nice shot of the stars. You've got School, of course, is the opening track. Legendary in its status. Bloody Well Right, another great radio song. And the last song on the album, Crime of the Century, also gets a fair bit of airplay. Rudy's very good. Dreamer, of course, is another big hit. Dreamer's a little bit different than most of the stuff on this album. It's kind of an outlier. It's much poppier than most of the other stuff. It's a little bit more progressive, a little bit more bluesy. And of course, Hide Yourself Away. Hide in Your Shell, sorry. That is such a underrated song. One of the most underrated Supertramp songs, I think. So this is a pretty solid album. So here we go. So you got to choose between Supertramp's Crime of the Century or Heart's Dreamboat Annie. Heart's Little Queen. And I do apologize. It's kind of broken up here. It was one of my racks fell over, and about 4 or 5 of the album's covers got damaged. There's no damage to any of the albums, which was nice. It's kind of my own fault. I was doing stuff and banged into it and knocked it over. That happens sometimes. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Forward Champs, and I do apologize for the darkness. I'm just putting this up now. I just got home, and it's a little bit subdued outside today, a little darker, and I don't want to use the lights in here because it's they're too bright and they leave a kind of unfiltered haze, although I'm getting that anyway, so perhaps I should have done that. Well, next time we'll know, right? It's a new venue, as you know. I'm still working on it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Forward Champion. Now, this episode winner will go next week against a new challenger if it happens to be Heart, and if it's not Heart, we will have 2 new challengers next week. I have to pick 2 new albums if Supertramp wins, because they'll be retired from the competition, and a new 2 albums will be picked to see who gets to be the champion. So please leave your comments below. Please leave your vote. Which album do you like better below? Thank you very much for doing that, and please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated, and we'll be back next Thursday night with another episode of Forward Champion.